Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We should be ready in about another minute or so. Good morning, Mike. Good morning. Hello and welcome back. We're going to have some fun this morning. By the way, so if you guys if you're new to the channel, and if you guys are feels that using Barista Express Pro or Barista Express making coffee is like overwhelming for you, Kruve is definitely not for you guys, okay? Because this thing is, we are going to make some great coffee with the Kruve Sifter this morning. But if making coffee is not your hobby, this is kind of, you have to second thought about using Kruve Sifter. So anyway, before we get going, so let's talk about what I have this morning, okay? So here's what I'm going to be using this morning. So obviously we are using Kruve Sifter this morning, and then I'm using the niche grinder, and let's use the Hario V60 method, and then I'm using 18 gram. So what's going to happen is after we are going to sift the 18 gram, I'm trying to get yield about 15 gram of sifted coffee grinds. So we are going to do that. What else? I'm going to be using scale, obviously. This is Akaya scale. So I've been using our wig, Ethiopia's beans from Good Brothers there. Has really great tasting, the honey and lemon. Wonderful, wonderful coffee. So we are try that. Let's see, I'm going to be using again the Kruve Craft, Smart Craft here for the base. Using the cup. Obviously we got a niche grinder. So last night I was calibrate using my grinder using a Kruve Sifter. So I feel like we are calibrated pretty well, okay? And that's what I'm hoping for. So I would start with the number 50, and then after sifting and calibrating and go down to 40, and now I'm at around 30 for a pour over method. So once you, by the way, Kruve did most of the work for us. So whenever you buy Kruve Sifter, they give you a recipe as well, a little recipe. And so this one calls for, let's see, 800 micron on the top, okay? Bottom tray, we have 400. So pretty much we are going to use grind size between 8 and 400. So that's what we are going to be using. So obviously we are using the boiling hot water here. I'm using the third wave water too, so I think we have all the right equipment this morning. So you know what? Let's get going here. Got 18 gram of coffee beans. I'm just gonna get all the coffee beans out. Okay, so let's get going. And now time to sift. Okay, so I have this beautiful coffee grinds right here. Smells really good. Okay, it's nothing like freshly roasted coffee beans. I'm just gonna put on the top. Comes to using it, it's not too bad, it's pretty easy. Okay, top like so. And then you are going to start shaking it. They recommend between 30 to 60 seconds. So you know what, I'm going to shake it for a minute, okay? So here we go. Like I said earlier before, so this is a lot of work. You know what? I don't want to say a lot of work. You're going to waste some coffee beans because with the niche grinder, they're better than others, okay? But if you have like blade grinder or like lower end grinder, that comes the consistency of the grind side is not uniform. So pretty much what this one does is you want to use the uniform grind size for your coffee, so give you an even extraction. So again, we just shaking it, okay? So there's no shortcut for this, but it's, it's not too bad. It takes about a minute. Okay, I'm stop here. Okay, here we go. So just hold on a second. So here's what's left on the top here. On the top there. So middle. Here's what we're gonna use. Okay, comes to the bottom. I mean, it's not, you got pretty much non-exist, which means comes to grinder size. Right now, so this, hold on, I have about, I'm gonna shake a little longer, okay? Because I think we can do a little better than this. We can do a little better. I know we shake for a minute, but I'm just gonna, a little longer there. Just make sure I'm gonna get the, okay. Again, as you can see, okay, a little better, okay. You know what? It's a minute, but I mean, if you want to do it right, you might have to go even 2 minutes. So, hold on. I know this is work, but I'm really looking for, so I did try some last night as well, kind of practicing it and trying to get the right grinder size or calibrating it. So the great thing about the niche grinder, you can actually regrind coffee beans as well. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Let's show you guys. Okay. So on the top, so we put 18 gram in it. And then we got, on the top, we got about 3 gram out, okay? So 3.2 gram. So we waste about 3 gram. Comes to bottom portion, not much. So it's not too bad, okay? Comes to uniform, comes to grind consistency on my niche grinder is pretty good, okay? So we're not gonna use this one. You know what? I don't want to waste that either, so I'm just gonna put it aside. Okay. And then let's see here. I'm going to get the rest of coffee beans into my cup here. Just make sure I'm gonna measure this one as well. I know this is a little bit of work, but it's worth it. Okay, I need a better way to. See, I mean, this is what happens when you are doing the live show. You are going to see everything about using this method. Okay, so it's about 13.7 gram. So it's about 14 gram there, about 14. So I'm going to be using 1 to 15 ratio. So it's going to be around, let's see here. Let me do some math, quick math. So hold on. If you guys are watching, I need a 14 times 15. What is that, guys? 14 times 15. Help me out here. 14 times 15 is, I'm gonna do the quick math. Anyone? Let's see here. Anybody has calculator? Hold on. 210, thank you. Okay, 210. So I'm looking for around 210 grams of yield. Okay. So let's do some pour over. So we have the, I don't want to say perfect grinds, but this is as good as get. Okay. Again, the one bad thing about the using sift, it gets messy. So I'm gonna clean it up for a sec. And then, by the way, good morning to all of you this morning. All right, so water is ready. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to wet the paper. Same time, I'm going to warm up this craft as well on the bottom. Okay. Since I'm using the plastic, so it works pretty good. I like doing it. I like plastic over, also you can get a ceramic as well. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, so I have about 14 grams here. So I'm gonna be using like 1:2 ratio for blooming phase. About 28 grams of water. Okay, so I'm gonna start the timer. I'm gonna put 28 grams. And then I'm going to stir it. I'm gonna wait about 30 seconds. Okay. And I'm gonna start putting some water. To side. Just make sure cover on the sides there. And after that, I'm going to just slowly drip. I'm shooting for around 210 grams or so.
What's the bamboo brush for?
Okay, here we go. And at this point, I like to do is just, shake it a little bit. Just make sure everything's all nice and even. That's it. We just wait. Again, total extraction time, ideally 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I think we got there. Okay, it's slightly longer, but it's okay. 2 minutes and 30 seconds between and 3 minute range. So I think That looks really good. Really good there. Okay. So right now, I mean, this coffee looks amazing. So as you can see, the colors looks good. Okay, hold on a second. So right now it is too hot to drink, so I'm just gonna transfer to my other glass. Okay. You know what? Let's smell this. Smells really good as well. Okay, so I try with the regular. So yesterday I just get the right grinder setting yesterday. So I think between 45 and 50 was pretty good option there. But with after sifting, so this method after calibration, so I'm using the number 30 for calibration. So I put 18 gram in it, and I waste about 3 grams on the top, but comes to bottom, yours pretty much non-exist. So comes to uniformity with the grinder size, works pretty good. So I bet you I can even go even slightly lower as well. Like even like 26, 27, I think I can get a better results for pour over. So again, so you have to just play with the grinder size. Let's try this. Oh, it's a little bit hot right now, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. Any questions?
Yeah, what's the bamboo brush that somebody saw when you were filming?
Somebody asked me about this bamboo brush. I mean, just a regular brush for my grinder. I'm just. The brush comes with your niche grinder as well. So once we buy new niche grinder, not only they give you a lot of tools, but they also give you tools to remove the burr set as well. So before that, so I got this one for like a couple years ago. Beginning of last year. So they only give you the brush, but now you're gonna get an entire set. Okay. Okay, so let's try. Cheers, everybody. So it's different, okay? Bring out it's very even, what's the word? It's just evenly taste, very balanced. So there's no high, there's no low, okay? It's really balanced and extremely clean taste. And then you can actually taste the lemon flavor and honey. So if you guys have time on weekends, especially on weekends, I mean, if you really wants to really enjoy good cup of coffee, I highly recommend this, okay? Highly recommend this. But here's big but though. I mean, again, if you're a type of person that making coffee with the Barista Express or Pro, even any other espresso machine is too much work for you. I mean, this is not for those people, okay? And because it does need some work required. You have to really fiddle with it, and you play with it. And I mean, if you're a hobbyist like me, it's not bad, okay? It's pretty good investment, but it's not cheap either. So I have it's called Max. So they give you everything, but I mean, most people, I mean, I like to enjoy the French press and pour over. I mean, you don't need other stuff. I think if you go with a basic model, I think you should be just fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some more review on this one upcoming week. I'm gonna show you guys how to calibrate your grinder using Sifter. So that's also really, actually it is a fun process.
Justin said they're sold out of sifters on their site.
Oh, shout out to Justin. Justin told me that he just informed me that sold out. So maybe put you on the waiting list as well. But one bad thing about, okay, I know a lot of people are complaining about how hard to put a sifter in and out, okay? Which means that you can just take it out from the bottom. And then how hard to put it back on or in and out. But you know what? I mean, once you practice okay, So once you play with enough times, in the beginning, you have to really struggle. I mean, I still do, okay? You have to be in the right corner there to put right amount of pressure, and it can be challenging, but it's not too bad, okay? It wasn't too bad. Though also, it gets really messy. It gets really messy because it's not perfect, okay? I mean, it's not perfect tools, but they are really fun to use though. Here, let me show you. What even by that is not clean, I mean, messy. I keep it clean as I can. I mean, I still have these all coffee grinds. So that's the one downside of it. And if you could back, just make sure if you're gonna use it, make sure clean it well every time. So, I mean, it is a little work to make a good, you're gonna make great coffee, okay? I think if you're using Barista Express or Barista Pro, make yourself long black or Americano. I mean, it takes you what? Maybe a couple minutes at the most. Compared to you using the sifter, you're looking at what, 5 to 10 minutes? But 5-10 minutes out of your day. The hard part is to clean everything up. So I mean, that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to it. But so let's try one more time. It's getting better and better. It's once you cool down, you are going to taste all different flavors. Yeah, definitely fun to use. Okay.
So Dane asks, is the improvement in the cup worth the increased workflow and cost through wastage for regular use?
Okay, so Dane asked me a great question. It is worth it to increase in the quality. Okay, so it's kind of a return on investment. So you're going to put especially time, effort, and a little bit of money. Actually, it's all relative, okay? But you're looking at what, $100 for a sifter, basic setup, and the workflow. For if you ask me, as a regular average coffee drinker like us, it's not worth it. Okay, I have to say it's not worth it. But if you're a coffee hobbyist, okay, I mean, if you love playing with the grinders and grinder setting and then get the most out of your coffee, my answer is maybe. Okay, maybe, because again, it's my opinion. So, and I mean, I love doing this kind of stuff. Okay, I love fiddling with gadgets and tools. It's fun for me. I mean, if this is fun for you, answer is yes. It's definitely worth doing. But if you want an average coffee drinker, no, it's not. Okay, it's not worth doing it, because I mean, for me, I want to get the right grinder setting and just right. You know, I want something right. I mean, but if you only have Barista, built-in grinder at home, I mean, you have a lot of limitation there. So this is a stepless grinder versus a step grinder. So yeah, you have a lot of, you have challenges. So I hope that answers your question.
George says he has a.
We got George is asking question.
Well, no, he's not a question. He's just sharing. He has his new Vario comes today.
Okay, so shout out to George. George, you're getting new Vario coffee grinder.
He also got the SD hopper.
Yeah. So I mean, because Vario is a fantastic grinder, because I think, I mean, a lot of. So when I look at the Kruve, I was talking to Merrick, and he's the owner of Kruve, and I mean, those guys who use the kind of like entry-level coffee grinder. So when they designed this, they use the bird grinder that starts sifting. Okay, but like niche grinder is very. I mean, for the money, they give you really good quality coffee grinds. So I think if I'm going to change one more time okay? Maybe like 25, even 27, 28. Okay, my grinder setting at number 30, I waste about 3 grams. And if I change to maybe like 25, even like 27 or so, I bet you I'm going to reduce the waste by even more so. So again, so that's how you set your grinder for your pour over method, based on between 8 and 400 micron, their range there. So I mean, you're going to get some really good uniform coffee grinds using Sifter. So if I do it one more time, maybe a couple more times, I think I can reduce that. So it comes to wastage, it's not as much. I mean, once you dial in just right. Maybe 2 or 3 grams maybe 1 or 2 grams at the most. 2 grams at the most, if you are using the niche grinder. I don't know about Bravo Pro, but okay, anything else? I think we are good this morning, okay? So I know this is not an exciting topic, but I think it's kind of like, I love to share that with you this week. Working with the machine is much easier, more fun. But comes to pour over or the manual method, and hopefully you guys can see the good and bad and ugly using the niche grinder. I'm sorry, not the niche, but all these equipments I've been using. Because, I mean, I can edit all this one out, but you don't see the, I don't want to say struggle, but just, just the kind of like the part of the process. You don't get to see it on the video. So I think that's another reason I love share with you the live in the morning. So you guys, you are going to see the real time. So hopefully you guys are going to make the right decision on your next purchase. Okay, because obviously it's investment. Kruve Sifter is about $100 for the entry level. The higher end is about $240. So it's not a it's not a chump change. So hopefully these videos help you make the right decision as well. By the way, so I'm looking for another scale. Okay, I think seems like everybody getting the timer, the Black Mirror scale from Amazon. I saw Dylan got one. I saw Matt from Lifestyle Lab got one. So you know what? I think I'm gonna join the. I think I'm gonna join it, but I think I might order the black. I think it's a Black Mirror from Timer scale. It's about $65 or so. Really good entry level. I don't want to say entry level, but that's kind of like mid-range scale. So because the Akaya scale is about $240, $250, and then one of my favorite scale from Amazon, G Dealer scale, is only about 15 bucks. So if the timer works as everybody claims to be, it's gonna be a really good compromise. Okay, so you don't have to break the bank. Okay, buying over $200 scale. So I'm really looking forward to getting down.
And loves it.
Yeah, getting that one, and hopefully show you guys the review on that. I'm gonna show you guys the real review. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of fun as well. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great morning. And if you haven't liked my video, just do so right now. Okay, press that button right now. Okay, like the video. I think it's good for my algorithm. So, and what else? Let's see. It's only about 8:30. So if you have any questions or thoughts, share that with me on my Instagram live as well. Just jump into my Instagram live, say hello.
Bob wonders what the new scale does.
The new scale, I'm not sure about. I'm gonna check it out. Okay, let's see here. We got LL Cool Ray. Who else is on? You got Oren. You got Mike, Justin. You got Coffee with a Lofty. Okay. If you haven't subscribed Dane's channel, Coffee with a Lofty, make sure to do so. Yeah, Dane just started a new coffee channel, so hopefully you guys are going to help him out. Okay, we got Linda. Anyway, see you guys on Instagram.